Hi, my name's Jeremy Gilly. I'm the founder of Peace One Day. The first film I made was a journey to establish a day of ceasefire and non-violence with a fixed calendar date, 21st of September. That documentary was called Peace One Day, and it did, in fact, tell the story of how and why the 21st of September is the day of ceasefire and non-violence.
It is so decided.
It was an incredible journey. It was an amazing honour to be a part of it, and as a filmmaker, really excited me and inspired me that the form, the camera, could really drive a process through. The second film I made was to document the first ever lives being saved on the day, and that took us into Afghanistan. Jude Law travelled with me, and that was a great success. Everybody became involved in Afghanistan, including the Taliban, and as a consequence of that, the cessation of hostilities, millions of children were vaccinated. It was incredible, and it showed and demonstrated that the day was far from symbolism, and that in the most difficult place in the world, the day would work, lives could be saved and deeply affected. At that time, there was a statement that the UN put out saying violence was down in Afghanistan on that day by 70%. That was a public domain press statement, and that blew me away.
Most significantly, the Taliban also agreed not to block access to health workers involved in the campaign.
If we can reduce violence by 70% in Afghanistan on that day, as a consequence of everybody's hard work, particularly the United Nations, then why can't we reduce violence by 70% everywhere on Peace Day?
The cynic used to say that the day existed, but what difference does a day make? And what I saw in Afghanistan the two times we went was, the difference is life or death.
So I took that idea to Jude and Ahmed Fauzi and to others, and we talked about it. And that led to this new idea and this new film that I'm embarking on right now, which is to try to create a cessation of hostilities on a scale that we've never known before. The largest reduction in violence, both domestically and internationally, on Peace Day, the 21st of September 2012.
I'm delighted to support the campaign for a global truce. If we can succeed in reducing levels of violence for one day, we can show what a more permanent and stable ceasefire can mean, and we can build the foundations for lasting peace.
And we're going to launch that campaign on the 21st of September 2011 at the O2 Arena with incredible international artists. And it's my hope that working with government, intergovernment, non-government, education, unions, sports, key figures, key people of influence, individuals, the Facebook community, our website community, the Twitter community, etc., we can get everybody involved in this process. Because if everybody's involved in this process, then we are about to see the largest reduction in violence the world has ever known. And that will be a sign for future generations that by combining our efforts and uniting, we can stop the violence. We can create peace.
If you have one day of peace all over the world, I think that would be great. And it's a worthwhile cause to work for.
There are incredible benefits to that, not only in terms of lives being saved and children not being bullied in school and women and men not being beaten in their homes. We can show that result, but we can also show the economics of that. And I'm working with one of the leading authorities in relation to measuring the economic impact of that day as well as the human impact. It's an amazing campaign that's about to begin. We're databasing like mad, we're working hard, we're trying to get everything ready, and we need you to be involved in this process. Violence is going on everywhere, in every country of the world, in our homes, in our communities, in our schools, and between countries. If we want the world leaders, if we want the member states of the United Nations who voted unanimously for this day of peace, if we want them to observe it, then we, the people, are going to have to act and become involved. And if we become involved, they will follow. But they won't do it if we don't do it.
On 21st September, there should be no violence, no conflict, no fighting at every level of society for at least a day.
The time is now. Please act on the 21st of September 2012. Please be a part of this global truce. Thank you.